What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a trip back in time, way back to ancient Egypt, to revisit a game that marked a pretty significant turning point for the Assassin's Creed franchise, Assassin's Creed Origins. It first landed back in 2017, which feels like ages ago in the gaming world. But here we are in 2025, and the question on my mind, and probably yours too, is does Assassin's Creed Origins still hold up? Is it still worth diving into those sandy dunes and uncovering the mysteries of the past? Let's find out. When Origins first came out, it was a breath of fresh air for the series. For years, we've been scaling Renaissance rooftops and sailing the Caribbean seas, but Origins dropped us right into the heart of ancient Egypt, and man, what a world they built. The sheer scale and detail were incredible for the time. From the towering pyramids of Giza to the bustling cities along the Nile, it felt like a living, breathing historical setting. And that's something the game still nails today. Even with advancements in graphics, the artistic vision here is just stunning. But Origins wasn't just a pretty face, it also brought some major changes to the gameplay. We saw a shift towards a more open-world RPG experience. Think leveling up, skill trees, and a much bigger emphasis on loot. This was a departure from the more linear, stealth-focused gameplay of the earlier titles, and it definitely sparked some debate among longtime fans. The combat system also got a complete overhaul. Gone were the days of easy counter kills. Instead, we got a more action-oriented system that required you to manage stamina, dodge attacks, and choose your weapon wisely. Whether you preferred slicing through enemies with a Kopesh or taking them down from afar with a hunter bow, Origins gave you options. And at the center of it all was Bayek, our protagonist, a Medjay warrior with a deeply personal story of revenge. His journey and the way he interacts with historical figures like Cleopatra and Julius Caesar is really what drives the narrative. Many players still remember Bayek as one of the most compelling characters in the entire Assassin's Creed saga. So that's what made Origins so special back in 2017, but how does it feel to play in 2025? Well, obviously gaming technology has come a long way since then. While Origins was a looker in its day, if you're coming straight from the latest AAA titles, you might notice some of the visual differences. However, the art direction is so strong that it still holds up surprisingly well, especially if you're playing on newer consoles that might offer enhanced performance. Gameplay-wise, the RPG elements, while groundbreaking for the series at the time, might feel a little less deep compared to some modern behemoths in the genre, but honestly that can be a good thing for some players. It offers a nice balance without being overly complex. The combat, while not as fluid as some more recent action games, is still engaging and requires a bit of strategy. And let's not forget the sheer joy of exploring that massive open world, climbing anything and everything in sight. Now you can't talk about Origins in today without comparing it to the games that followed. Titles like Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Valhalla definitely built upon the foundation that Origins laid, offering even larger worlds and deeper RPG mechanics. Some argue that Odyssey is a straight-up upgrade, while others prefer Origins' more focused story and setting. Even the more recent Assassin's Creed Mirage, which aimed for a return to the series' roots, has its fans and detractors when compared to Origins. Ultimately, it often comes down to personal preference within the franchise. What is the community thinking today? Well, if you look at online discussions, there's still a lot of love for Origins. People are nostalgic for that unique Egyptian setting and Bayek's character. Many still consider him one of the best protagonists in the series. Opinions on the RPG elements are mixed, with some appreciating the balance while others prefer these more traditional or the deeper implementations in later games. It's worth mentioning that PC players did face some issues with Windows 11 compatibility recently, which led to some review bombing on Steam. However, Ubisoft did release a patch to address these problems, so hopefully that smoothed things out for most players. Overall, the community sentiment seems to be a blend of nostalgia and a recognition of its place in the series' evolution. One of the things that always impressed me about Origins was the effort Ubisoft put into historical accuracy. They consulted with Egyptologists and historians to try and recreate the world as authentically as possible. From the architecture of the cities to the clothing of the NPCs and even the religious practices, there's a real sense that you're stepping back in time. Of course, it's still a video game and there are some historical inaccuracies, but the overall feel of ancient Egypt is incredibly immersive. They even have a discovery tour mode that lets you explore the world without combat, purely for educational purposes, which is pretty awesome. It still boasts a stunning and immersive open world, a compelling story with a memorable protagonist, protagonist and a solid gameplay loop that blends action and RPG element. While the graphics might not be cutting edge anymore, the artistic design more than makes up for it. And considering you can often find it at a discounted price or even included in services like Xbox Game Pass, it's a fantastic value proposition. If you're new to the Assassin's Creed series, Origins is a great place to start. If you're a longtime fan looking for a nostalgic trip back to ancient Egypt, it definitely delivers. Just be aware of the game's age and temper your expectations accordingly if you're used to the absolute latest in graphical fidelity and RPG depth. Ultimately, Assassin's Creed Origins remains a captivating and enjoyable gaming experience. Its unique setting and the journey of Bayek are still incredibly engaging. But what do you think? Have you played Origins recently? What are your thoughts on it in today? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more retro reviews and gaming discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.